Hey guys, Mr. Middleton here. Today we're going to look at solving inequalities, second edition. Okay, at the end of this video you should be able to solve inequalities with variables on both sides. So just like in solving other inequalities, we solve inequalities with variables on both sides of the inequality the same as we would with equations. Okay, remember that the one major difference that we talked about last time was that when we multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, we have to flip the sign. But other than that, you'll see, and you hopefully have noticed that our rules stay the same. So, let's talk about solving these. First problem, we have 5x minus 4 is less than 3x plus 8. We're just trying to get the x's together, so I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. 2x minus 4 is less than 8. Add 4 to both sides, so 2x is less than 12. And then divide by 2, and we get x is less than 6. Less than means open circle, going to the left. Alright, number 2. Here we can't really get rid of this 2 because there's an x on this side, so we'll distribute it first. You get 2x minus 10 is greater than or equal to 5x plus 11. I'll get the x's to the same side. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, and I'll get negative 10 is greater than or equal to 3x plus 11. I'll subtract 11 from both sides. Get negative 21 is greater than or equal to 3x. And then divide by 3, excuse me, and I'll get negative 7 is greater than or equal to x. Again, when I write my answer down, I want to make sure that my variable is leading to help me with graphing. The alligator then will follow the same numbers trying to eat negative 7, so if it runs to the right, it'll still be eating negative 7. Alright, so now at negative 7, I have a closed circle going to the left. Okay, guess I could write 0 here again. 0 is bigger, it should be going away from the bigger number. Alright, number 3. A little bit more involved, but not a problem that we can't do. So I am going to have you do this. Try number 3 out. Bring it to class, complete it for me. Let's look at number 4 together. Number 4, it's a proportion. Okay, even though this is an inequality between it, it's still a proportion. So we solve it the same way we solve proportions, and that we'll cross multiply. Okay, remember that when we cross multiply, it's a good idea to put our expressions in parentheses so we remember to distribute correctly. So we have 6 times 2x minus 4 equals 9 times x minus 1. Okay, oops, I said equals. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah. Alright, so when we multiply here, I want to make sure I keep the x minus 1 on this side and the 2x minus 4 on its side. And so I'm going to have 9x minus 1 here. And the sign will stay here, 6, 2x minus 4 there. Okay, so kind of looking through a little bit more on what cancels out as you go through your steps so that we don't lose our sign as we're going through our cross multiplication. So then we end up with 9x minus 9 is greater than 12x minus 24. I'll move the x's to this side, and actually I'm going to run out of a little bit of space. I'm going to jump down below here just a little bit. So my next step will be down here. I'm going to subtract 9x from both sides. That'll leave me with negative 9 is greater than 3x minus 24. And then I'll add 24 to both sides. So 15 is greater than 3x, divide by 3, and I'll get 5 is greater than x. Okay, again, I want my x, my variable leading. Alligator's trying to eat 5, so it'll still try to eat 5. Okay, open circle at 5, and it's less than, so it'll go to the left. Alright, so variables on both sides, we can do that with equations and inequalities here. You'll see that really the process is the same thing. You just got to make sure that you keep your signs how they should be and solve through them. Alright, see ya.